Good morning everyone, welcome back to In My Mug. I'm your coffee friend Midori and this week's coffee is a coffee from Brazil. Put your kettle on and let's start brewing. Hey guys, so this week's coffee is a Brazilian Cachoeira Canario Natural. So I have decided to brew this with a Syphon brewing method. If you haven't seen it, this is the Syphon Brewer. It looks like science experiment a little bit. It's a brewing method that's been invented in like 1830 or something in Berlin. And then it was commercialized in France in 1840 and went to Asia, and then it got quite popular. For example, if you go to a cafe, like authentic, like old school cafe in Japan, you can see this brewing method, like maybe even like 5 siphon on the counter. It's quite a cool way to brew coffee, so I wanted to show you. Even though today's coffee is Brazilian coffee, if I was thinking about this, what kind of brewing method do I want to use? And I like a little bit of challenge, you know? Like I could actually use this Sage machine because it has, compared to last week's Peruvian coffee, it is quite full body and less acidity, so it'll probably go well. And I didn't have that experience last time that the oat milk was split in the cup. But you know, I like a little bit of challenge, so here I am. So the recipe I use today is 300 milliliter of hot water. You can use cold water as well, but because you have to boil it on this heater, so I recommend you to use hot water. And when you purchase this siphon, it comes with like an alcohol lamp, but I highly recommend to get this beam heater. It is really beautiful when it's brewing because it heats with the red light, so orange light comes up, so it's quite interesting looking. So if you're a cafe owner or you're thinking about getting this for cafe or commercial setup, I highly recommend you to get this beam heater. You have full control of the temperature. So yeah, let's see. All right, so 300 ml of water, hot water, 20 grams of coffee, and here's a filter paper. You can get paper filter paper, or you can get a cloth version. Cloth version is quite high maintenance for me. You have to dip in the water so it doesn't get moldy, and you have to wash it quite a lot, and it's quite eco-friendly, but after like using 10 times, you have to kind of replace it anyway. I like the paper filter. This has like a really nice natural, like a paper quality to it. So make sure to always rinse the filter paper. Oh good, I'm gonna grind this coffee and I'll be right back. All right, so coffee's ground. I used a little bit finer than the AeroPress grind size. There is not like perfect grind size for this, so I actually play around a little bit. I tried with like Chemex grind size first and then tasted it and then changed it. So there is no perfect grind size. You need to work on it and then taste it and then see if the taste is good. Yeah, I'm gonna heat this up and you're gonna see how. Yeah, look at this, so beautiful, right? So some people put upper chamber like this. I don't really like doing this because I'm just so scared. I might be like you knock it off, or you know, it might be a little bit clumsy. So how to insert this is just, you know, from on top, and then this beads pulls out, so you just need to pull it and then you just like secure it. Make sure all the filter papers are not folded inside. It takes about 3 minutes to heat this up if you're using hot water. And then when you place on top, you don't need to really squeeze in. It might cause breakage because it's quite secure here, but it's not that secure. And then this heater gets really hot, so please be careful. And you can use, this is actually a lid, like that, but you can use it to put this upper chamber on the side, like this. It's really good. All right, so I'm gonna put this on, and then I'll come back when it's boiled. Okay, so as you can see, the hot water is started to bubbling, and then all the liquid goes up in the upper chamber. It's really cool. So let me talk a little bit about Fazenda Cachoeira da Grama. We had this coffee from this farm probably like a month, 2 months ago. It is located in the São Paolo estate. It's near the Minas Gerais, located at the 1100 and 1250 meters above sea level. And the farm itself is quite huge. It's 470 hectares in size, which is 470 rugby field. But compared to other Brazilian farm, it's not that big. It's not uncommon to have farmers to have more than 1,000 hectares farm in Brazil. So this farm has schools and a club and a full-size football field in the farm, and has like water supply. They have electricity, hydro pump electricity, and they have 47 houses in the community. It's really cool. I'll make sure to put the information in the description box below, so please check it out. So hot water is boiled. So basically, once you put the coffee in the upper chamber, I want to brew it for 2 minutes. On this beam heater, you have full control of the button. I'll show you up close as well. So this is a max, so 100%. And when I'm brewing it, I'd like to do 50% of the heat. So you can see the light went a little bit lower, and put it in the upper chamber, and then make sure everything's nice and saturated. And it does have a timer. If you are using normal alcohol lamp, make sure to use the timer on the side. Some people put coffee grind before started boiling. I've seen it back in Japan, but there are different way of brewing Syphon brewer. So yeah, try it and then see how it tastes like. And if you like it, you know, keep trying what you're doing, you know. And then once it hits 1 minute mark, I'd like to bring down the temperature a little bit more, so it's 25%. There you go. So it gone a little bit lower. It just because when I tried it, I wanted it to not over brewed or like over extracted. When you taste over extracted flavor, there is a reason why, right? So it could be too much hot water, too much coffee grind side is too fine. And you should change one at a time to see what is causing this issue. It's basically troubleshooting. It's part of the fun of brewing coffee. Okay, so I've got a little bit of time left, and as soon as it's finished, I want to take this off from the heat, so it immediately cools down, and then this vacuum chamber will just suck the coffee back in the lower chamber. All right, so it's stopped, and then mixing to break the crust, start dropping down, and then I want to put it over here. Look at this, so beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna taste this beautiful coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna take this upper chamber off. Please be careful, it's really hot. And then also you just need to like be patient to take this off like this. To be honest with you, this filter here, it's not easy to clean. It is easy to clean, but it gets a little bit messy. But to clean it, you just need to take this off and then put upside down and just rinse it. All right. It looks really nice. It's quite like a cloudy. It's a nice natural coffee. All right. Cheers, guys. Okay, it's really hot, so I'm gonna cool it down and then I'll be right back. Okay, I think it's a little bit cooler now. So if you like your coffee extra hot, I think this is a perfect brewing method for you. It was really hot. Please be careful. Okay, take 2. Cheers. Oh, it's really juicy. It's so juicy. It's quite like stone fruit, maybe like dried apricot. Has like a really nice juicy flavor. It's not like a white sugar kind of sweetness. It's more like brown sugar, like natural sugar. It's great in the filter brewing method. I'm sure this is going to taste great in espresso as well. Even stovetop if you have a stovetop. It's amazing. I love this coffee. So let me know what kind of brewing method you're using in the comment section in below. What kind of flavor notes you're tasting. I want to know what you're thinking and what you experience through this coffee. And thank you very much for watching and happy brewing.